Unemployment is low, but every pigeon you know is struggling to get hired. McDonald's is offering sign-on bonuses, but tech companies are laying off thousands. There are more job openings than unemployed pigeons, and yet millions can't land work. Welcome to today's job market, where nothing makes sense. What even is the job market? It sounds fancy, but really, it's just supply and demand. Pigeons are supply, jobs are demand. If there are more jobs than pigeons, pigeons should have power. If there are more pigeons than jobs, employers should have power. Simple, right? Same number of jobs as pigeons and you get a perfect balance. But reality? Not balanced at all. Some pigeons get too much bread while others get none at all. On paper, everything looks great. Unemployment? Around 4%, historically low. So in theory, every bird should have a job and a full belly. Even the pigeon who wears socks with sandals should be secure. But in practice, that's not happening. Instead, contradictions pile up. There are 7 big forces behind this nonsense, and this pigeon will now try its best to explain them in a very simple way. First, the pandemic scrambled everything. Millions of pigeons retired early, others left the flock entirely, and some burned out and never came back. Now, populations are aging. In the States, Europe, and Japan, fewer young pigeons entering the workforce. It's like 10 bakeries open, but only 6 bakers available. You can't hire pigeons who don't exist. Now, let's move on to factor number 2. Pigeon attitudes changed. Fancy name? The Great Resignation. Many pigeons realize that life is too short. Bad pay? Not worth it. High stress? Not worth it. Toxic bosses? Forget it. Hotels, restaurants, nursing homes, they can't bring every pigeon back because pigeons learned their lesson. Turns out, risking your health for $2.13 an hour plus tips is not worth it. Even pigeons know that tips should come on top of fair pay. Then the pigeon boss offers pizza every Friday, but pigeons know pepperoni doesn't cover rent. Next, factor number 3, the skills mismatch. Yes, jobs exist, but not the right ones. Tech companies want AI engineers, hospitals want nurses, construction needs skilled wings, but ex-waiter pigeons can magically become coders, or doctors, or electricians. It's like asking a pigeon to do accounting. It might peg the calculator, but don't expect the numbers to add up. And it's not just about skills, it's also about geography. Jobs in one city, workers in another, pigeons stuck by rent, family, or visas. It's like telling a pigeon in Ohio that the only bread is in Paris. Good luck with that flight. By the way, they call it baguette. Sounds fancier. So sometimes it's not about how much bread there is, it's about all the bread piling up in one spot, while hungry pigeons sit somewhere else. But even if pigeons had the right skills and could get to the right city, the industries themselves are uneven. Tech is confusing. On one side, layoffs everywhere. Hundreds of thousands gone in just a few years. Every week, new headlines. 5,000 more pigeons fired. But at the same time, artificial intelligence roles are exploding. Cybersecurity booming. Cloud engineers in demand. One pigeon even changed his name to ChatGPT, thinking he'd get a raise. Instead, they fired him. So is tech dying or thriving? Honestly, kinda both. Meanwhile, service jobs are the opposite. Restaurants, airlines, hotels, always short of staff, always desperate, offering free meals, sign-on cash, higher wages, and still can't fill positions. At this point, airlines would even hire a pigeon that's afraid of heights. It's like half the pigeons are drowning in money, while the other half are stuck at their parents' house. Here's factor number 4. Employers are getting pickier. This one's all about hiring itself. Entry-level jobs demand 5 years of experience. Internships require prior internships. Pigeon knows how to serve coffee. That should be enough for an internship, right? Long hiring freezes, endless interviews, 4 Zoom calls later, and the only feedback the pigeon gets? You didn't have enough experience for this job. But wait, you said no experience required. Pigeon confused. How's a pigeon supposed to get experience if no one gives the pigeon a first chance? The job market makes no sense. Now, let's move on to factor number 5. Remote work and global competition. Remote work sounded perfect. Work in pajamas, take meetings with no pants. But here's the twist. Before, you competed with 50 local pigeons. Now, you compete with 5,000 pigeons worldwide. A marketing job in New York, a pigeon in Brazil, a pigeon in India, and a pigeon in Spain are all applying too. Remote work gave freedom, but it crushed the odds. Pigeon even lied on LinkedIn. He said he's fluent in French and Spanish so he could get a job abroad. But don't trust him. He doesn't even know what bonjour means. Now, it's time for factor number 6. AI and automation. Machines are taking your jobs. Clerical jobs vanish. Customer service jobs too. Data entry, transcription, basic analysis, gone. Because AI does them faster, cheaper, and without bathroom breaks. Whole call centers replaced by chatbots. Accounting firms testing AI auditors. Even Pigeon uses AI to write messages to his crush. At the same time, new jobs appear. Machine learning engineers, compliance officers, prompt specialists, ethics managers. But here's the catch. These jobs need totally different skills, and most displaced pigeons don't have them. And artificial intelligence isn't just taking jobs. It's also taking over how hiring itself happens. Resumes scanned by algorithms. Automated interviews scored by tone of voice, chatbots deciding who gets callbacks. You're not just competing with other pigeons, you're competing with ChatGPT's cousin, the one who never eats, never sleeps, and never misses a keyword. Now it's time for the last factor, the economy going up and down. Interest rates shot up, employers got nervous, hiring freezes spread, even governments started laying off pigeons. And then, job numbers revised down. 1 month, boom. Next month, oops, 900,000 fewer jobs than we thought. Even the data can't make up its mind. It's like pigeons arguing whether the bread is big or small, then realizing it wasn't bread, it was cardboard. So, what does this mean for pigeons like you and me? It means chaos. Some industries desperate for resumes, others firing by the thousands, pigeons underemployed, overqualified, or juggling multiple jobs just to survive. Older pigeons squeezed out, younger pigeons never get in. Everyone stuck in limbo. The job market isn't one big thing, it's dozens of tiny markets, some booming, some busting, all at the same time. That's why it feels insane. Coders may feel invisible, baristas may feel hunted, every pigeon is confused. And here's the scary part. Confused markets mean unstable economies. When pigeons can't find the right jobs, productivity drops. When companies can't find the right pigeons, growth slows. And when everyone is confused, confidence collapses. That affects your rent, your paycheck, even the price of bread. But let's be clear, this confusion isn't unique, it's happened before. Back in the 1970s, stagflation hit. High unemployment, high inflation, pain everywhere. Then in the 2000s, we got a so-called jobless recovery. The economy grew, but jobs didn't. And the entry-level paradox? That one never left. It's eternal. Always existed. Always will. Pigeons in the 1970s were already fighting for pennies. They just had longer hair. So yes, the job market makes no sense. On paper, bread everywhere. In reality, some pigeons starving and others stuffed with too many jobs they don't want. Job openings everywhere, but resumes ghosted. Welcome to modern days, where a pigeon can be overqualified and underemployed at the same time. It makes no sense. But then again, when has it ever? Subscribe to Support Pigeon so he can finally get a job as a finance bro in Wall Street.